I'm only going to recommend the books that I've actually read or listened to on audio. Robert Lawlor, Sacred Geometry, Philosophy and Practice. I had a lot of fun with this book. I checked it out from the local library and rechecked it out many times. I went through the exercises with a ruler and compass and put them in a notebook. Math Squared, 100 Concepts You Should Know. Ideas in an Instant. This is a fun little book. I picked it up when I was traveling so I could have something to read along the way. It introduced me to a bunch of concepts that I didn't know about. Each concept is only a page, and it's got vibrant color pages. Mathematics, Is God Silent? By James Nichol. I got this book for preparing for my CC presentation. I haven't even finished it yet, but I've read enough of it to give a hearty recommendation. It's a historical timeline of influential mathematicians. It's also a testimony that most scientists in history had a God-centered worldview. Edwin Abbott's Flatland. Written in the latter 19th century, this book is the same literary urge that fueled the likes of Lewis Carroll. The subtitle is A Romance of Many Dimensions and is classified as a mathematical fiction according to Wikipedia. I know. It was also made into a movie several times, all of which I find difficult to recommend, but they're novel anyway. Plus, I had to look it up on the world's most reliable online collaborative crowdsourced encyclopedia to verify that, yes, mathematical fiction is actually a thing. I've ran into a few other books here and there, like a novel with overtones of mathematics throughout, like the book Measuring the World by Daniel Kehlmann. It's subtitled, though, fair warning. But some compelling scenes, especially the infamous story where he calculated the sum of the numbers from 1 to 100 when he was in grade school in just a few moments, and his teacher hated him for getting it right. If you keep looking and keep following your trails of interest, you'll find a lot of the movies and books with math as an underlying theme. I'll share some of the movies toward the end. And this book I left for the end because it's a good segue into math characters. Turing's Cathedral by George Dyson. I listened to this book on audio when I was a taxi driver. It's the whole Bletchley Park story about the Enigma code breakers during World War II. It's always been a story that I really like. Though the character who certainly deserves a lot of the credit, Alan Turing, the other people involved in that project have interesting careers in the decades that follow by doing government work and the development of what we now know as the computers that we use right here on our desktops. And that's what this book is all about. I grew up in a time period where computers were kind of a new thing, and so I've always been interested in that part of history. I've also done a video on a counting method attributed to Tesla, and it's a cool concept that it's more like a game once you start connecting the dots. You'll see, just check it out. Here's a link. These are my recommendations. If you have any favorite maths books, please share them in the comments so we can all enjoy them.